everybody, it's Kyle coming at you live from my car. Parked outside while my daughter is at swim practice, and yes, I'm still doing a lot of driving and a lot of running around, but that's all right, man. That's kind of part of this deal. Didn't get the best news today. When my wife went to the doctor, it looks like she'll have to go another 2 weeks without being able to put weight on that foot, but hey, they just want to make sure it's healing right and all that stuff, and I totally get it. We definitely trust this doctor. He's a great doctor. So I'm still running people around a lot, so here I am recording in my vehicle again. Anyway, let's see. What is bugging me? Well, I am going to get a little bit political here, but not really, because I'm not going to point anything out so much as a certain party or anything like that, even though this does kind of tie in with a certain president and a certain party, but it's a bigger scenario than I'm going to talk about here. So bear with me. As you guys know, or maybe didn't know, I am a big fan of Huawei phones. Huawei has been around a long time in China, and they make a lot of different products, actually. They're along the lines of Samsung in Korea, that type of thing, where they also maybe make a humidifier or something like that, in addition to smartphones and computers and tablets and all kinds of things like that. But anyway, their smartphones are amazing. They're really well made. They're super high quality, and I've had 2 of them. Actually, my family, we've had 3 of them because we had an Honor 6X, which is a Huawei brand. But I had the Huawei Mate 9. It was a great phone. That was my second Android phone that I had after I had a OnePlus. And then I had a Huawei P20 Pro. I love that phone. The P20 Pro is amazing. It's been out probably like 2.5 years, 3 years, but it is incredible. And it randomly just stopped working for me. Now, why is that? Well, is it because the phone's no good? No. Phone powered up, phone charged, phone operated, all the apps ran on it and all that stuff. Problem is, I couldn't have service from my provider. Service had been cut off. Don't know if you know what's going on in the news, but long story short, a certain president had heard something about Huawei and therefore kind of waged war against Huawei for some reason. Long and the short of it, the gist is this. The reason that the United States of America doesn't want to do business with Huawei is that Huawei has people on its board and within the corporation, high-ranking people within its company, that used to be in the Chinese military. So I guess my question would be, don't we have people that used to be in our military in high-ranking positions in companies that do business with other countries? What's the difference? I think I have an idea what the difference is. The people that we have that do that are white, right? I'm just guessing. Maybe that's got something to do with it. I find it very amazing that we're not going to do business with this company because they have people that work in their company that used to work for the Secret Service even in the Chinese military. Yes, I'm aware that China is a communist country. Yes, I'm aware that they potentially could be our biggest enemy in the world. But I don't know what kind of diplomacy that is, saying we can't do business with your company because you hire your veterans? Now look, man, I'm also not an idiot. I know there's a lot of smartphone snooping and crap like that going on. And it is a way to hack into someone's life and steal things and all that jazz. So I get that and I understand that. But I don't understand what makes Huawei different from, other phones that are made in China. Like, for instance, Apple iPhones. They're probably made in the same fucking factory. I mean, they're probably made across the street from each other. there's really no difference. And I just find it mesmerizing that we're drawing the line there. And I'm not just saying this because they cut off my phone or whatever. I mean, that does piss me off. I had to rush out and I had to buy a phone. And you guys, I take a lot of pictures. I do a lot of stuff with it. But, I get my phone service through Mint Mobile. So I've already paid for my phone service up through November of 2020. So I have to buy a phone. I can't, get caught up in a crappy pay per month program like a lot of people do. I have chosen to bring my own device type of thing. So I actually went out and bought a Samsung Galaxy Note 10, not the 10 Plus. I just couldn't see paying the extra for the bigger screen there. I guess it's got one other camera thing in it, but it just wasn't worth it to me. But the 10 does plenty of things. I can edit with it using the S Pen and all that, so I appreciate that. And it's a great phone. I love it. I'm recording this on it. I think I even recorded the last episode on it. But I really love my Huawei P20 Pro. I mean, it was over 2 years old, and it was still better as far as the camera goes than any other phone that I've seen, even being that old. Actually, there's a couple phones I've seen that are better. They're also Huawei phones. So, I mean, that 2+ year old phone was better than any iPhone out there as far as the camera goes, and better than any Samsung or any of these other phones that are out there on the market. So it just amazes me that we're going to stop doing business with the company because the country that company's based in hires its military veterans. And granted, yeah, I'm sure this guy wasn't a great guy. Hell, I don't know. I don't know if the guys and the men and the women that we're hiring from our military, who knows? I just find it amazing that, we're not going to do business with them for this reason. Anyway, the good side of that thing is, even though I had to plunk out a bunch of money for this phone and buy it, it is a great phone, and I do really appreciate it. And Samsung's come a long ways. They're not putting as much crappy bloatware on their phones, and it's got a great camera. It takes great night pictures. Not quite as good as my 2+ year old Huawei did, but still pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And I don't know why this guy just pulled up and parked next to me. There's a whole big fucking empty parking lot, dude. Can you pick somewhere else? Creep. Yeah, so that's what's bugging me. What's bugging me, I would like someone to explain to me why it is that this particular company and them hiring their military veterans is any different from any company or any country employing their military veterans at a company. I don't understand that. I really don't. I mean, don't you think that other countries would see us doing trade with us dangerous with some of our companies because we hire our ex-military? Again, the only thing I can think of that makes it different is racism. I really don't understand. Yeah, I do. And again, guys, I'm very aware of China. I'm probably more aware. I'm not going to be all Donald Trumpy here, but I'm probably more aware of Asian countries and how they do things than a lot of people are. I mean, I do have a degree in East Asian languages and cultures. Yeah, emphasis in Japanese, but I mean, I know. I understand those things, and I understand that I understand how communism rose in China and how they became who they are, and I get all that. I also see them as wanting to be our ally, or at least being friendly to each other. I mean, we do an exorbitant amount of trade with China. Almost everything we buy electronic is made there now. So I just find it amazing that that's a problem. I think it has to either do with racism, or I think that companies like Apple, and I love Apple computers, man. You've heard me say it before. And companies like Samsung. Here, I'm talking to you on a Samsung phone right now. And I like Samsung products. But maybe those companies were threatened by Huawei and what they're able to do for cheaper. Because their phones are cheaper. So maybe that's it. I don't know. And maybe there was just enough pressure applied to where, the United States, the powers that be said, well, we'll help you out, Samsung and Apple and whoever else. We won't do business with Huawei. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's what's bugging me, guys. I will go to the break here, to the ad real quick, and then I will come back and talk about some things I like. And that'll be in just a moment. Let me go ahead and turn this over to Kyle. Hey, Kyle. All right, and we're back. All right, so things that I'm into right now. Well, I just got to ask you guys this. Did I call it? Did I call what the best picture is of 2019? There's zero doubt whatsoever that the film Parasite, not only was it the best picture of 2019, but it's the best picture in a long time. If you have not seen it, go see it. If you don't like subtitles, well, I can't help you. You're missing out on a lot of great films, and TV shows. Some of the best stuff in the world has subtitles. Don't be so close-minded. But it's an amazing film, and, my wife and I stayed up and watched the end of the Oscars. I usually don't watch them because I don't care. But I was excited to see Director Bong, get Best Director and beat out Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, Sam Mendes, and Todd Phillips. I mean, talk about a hefty pack of directors, dude. And wow, Director Bong beats them all. That's amazing, man. Amazing. I was very happy to see that happen. And his comments and his kind words to Martin Scorsese were amazing. And I know what he means, man. Martin Scorsese's he's influenced us all some way, in some way or another. So that was pretty cool to see, and it was pretty cool to hear him, give credit where credit's due. But the thing that I kind of disagreed with, and my wife and I, she brought this to my attention too, but it's unfortunate that that Parasite was able to win both Best International Picture and Best Picture. I think it should have only been up for one or the other. To be honest with you, I think we should just get rid of Best International Picture. It should just be Best Picture. And they should have 10 films from all over the world that are up for Best Picture. I think it's kind of silly to do it the way they do it right now. I think they did make a step forward and call it Best International Picture this year instead of Best Feature Film in a Foreign Language or whatever they called it. But at the same time, man, just get rid of that shit. Let's just do Best Picture, okay? Whatever the best picture in the world is that everybody saw or whatever, that wins Best Picture. I mean, if we're gonna move out of just Hollywood pictures for Best Picture, let's go in full force. If not, then, really Parasite should have just won Best International Picture. But for it to win Best International Picture and then to go on and win Best Picture, it's not really very fair, for a lot of reasons. I'm sure there were some other great international films in that list that I haven't seen that probably deserve that award. Are they better than Parasite? I don't know. I doubt it. But I also know that the films that I saw that were up for Best Picture were not better than Parasite either. So I don't know. I don't know how you answer that exactly, but I would tell you, see that film. It's amazing. Also, see The Lighthouse. If you haven't seen The Lighthouse, do yourself a favor and watch a couple fuckers go crazy over 2 hours time period. It's something else, man. I love both those movies. Let's see. So after he won Best Picture for Parasite, I went and watched Okja on Netflix, which was his last film, Director Bong. And it was also amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, it had me in tears. It has me questioning eating so much meat, or eating meat at all. Joaquin Phoenix got up and said that during his acceptance speech, and I don't entirely disagree with him. Like, who are we to think that we can just barge in and take the child of an animal and slaughter it and eat it? It's kind of disturbing behavior if you really think about it. And if the shoe were on the other foot, we would be horrified at it. And so it has me questioning some of that stuff, but it is a great film also. His other film that I've seen, well, two other films of his that I've seen are The Host. It was kind of a great monster movie. It has a little message underneath it too about, maybe not littering so much, but it's a really interesting movie. I liked it a lot. And then there was also a film that he made, I think it might be one of his first ones, called Memories of Murder, which is a crime drama. Excellent thriller. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend that as well. Those are all great films of his. Okja is mostly in English. There are some subtitles in it. It's a long story what it's about, but long story short, it's about a new creature has been created to help feed the world as far as, satiating our desire for meat. And the best one happens to have been raised in a small crazy farm in South Korea. And the girl who's grown up with this, they're called super pigs, has befriended this animal and they're best buddies. And to see that this animal would be used just to help create more of this kind that are slaughtered for meat for people, it's heavy, man. But I think it's a great film, and it's kind of a bummer it didn't get they made a big deal out of it when it came out, but you haven't really heard about it since. It's good. It's good stuff. I do need to see Mother. I believe that's his other film he directed. That was before Okja, but I haven't seen that one yet either. Let's see. What else have I been watching? We started Lock and Key on Netflix also. That's a great series of books. I've read the first first two trade paperbacks in that series, but it's Joe Hill King. He just goes by Joe Hill, but it's his most famous thing that he's written as far as graphic novels goes, and they've done a hell of a job adapting it. I recommend it. If it's good, and the whole family really can watch it. There might be a little bit of language and stuff and some scary moments, but it's interesting. I recommend it. It's really good stuff. Yeah, that's about it on the watching front. Haven't really watched anything new besides those things. Let's see. On the reading front, nothing really new there either. Still reading those Joe Hill comics. There's bunches of them coming out. Really dig those. Did start the new Darth Vader series. God, this is like the third one in the past 5 years. But it's good. It's good stuff. It's very interesting. Picks up right after, Luke and all that stuff, after The Empire Strikes Back, but before Return of the Jedi. And it's interesting, man. I would recommend that, too, if you're into that sort of thing. And let's see, music. Lots of music. Lots of stuff on the music front. Recently, at the very beginning here, you heard Sun Little. If you've never heard him before, he's amazing. And that particular album is great. I heard it played on Vinyl Junkies broadcast and bought it right there on the spot from the vinyljunkies.store. And it's amazing. I absolutely love it. The cool thing is that it came with a download code, too. So the MP3 that you heard me play there at the beginning is from the free download. So I can listen to it on the go as well. Probably what I'll do is take the vinyl and rip it to free lossless audio content, or FLAC, so that I can take it with me on the go. I prefer to listen to it that way. And Samsung, their phones are notoriously good for playing FLAC content, from my understanding. But man, that album is great. I also got the first compilation from Chinese Man Records. That's not racist. That's actually what they're called. But it is a great record, just chock full of music that's kind of mixed together. There's some sound bites from movies and stuff that are mixed in there too. Kind of a hip hop house dance type grouping of music, man. Give it a chance if you haven't heard Chinese Man Records. I'll put a link to Chinese Man Records and to Sun Little in the notes here. So check those out when you get a chance. Let's see. I think I told you about the George Harrison. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because I put the link for the Prince deal. What else did I get? I thought there was something else. Oh, Zeus. Got that album. I really love those guys. I think I did play that last time too, or talk about it, and put a link to that one as well. There's some other things on the horizon that are coming. Time Out by the Dave Brubeck Trio is on its way, also from Vinyl Junkie Store. And I think, now we'll see, I think for Valentine's Day my wife got me Pony by Orville Peck. I really hope so anyway. I'm probably the only 50-year-old man that asked for a piece of vinyl from a gay cowboy, but I don't really care. I think the guy's amazing, and I really look forward to spinning that record a lot. I think it's a great music. So, and I think I've put Orville Peck, but I will put a link to an Orville Peck video in the notes as well. Check him out. If you've never seen this guy, he's the real deal. Incredible country music, but his appearance can be a little odd because he wears a mask. So you just have to see it. I can't really explain it, but I like him. I like his voice. I like his music. That's about it, guys. I can't really think of too much else that I'm really into. This is episode 48, so we've got 49, and then 50 is right there. I don't know what I'm going to be able to pull off for that, but I am going to reach out and see. Now, if you are listening and you would like to be on episode 50, if you would like to do a call-in thing where we record, if you don't mind being on Skype or something like that, or even calling in over the phone, I would rather do Skype. That would be great. We can do that, and I think it would be a lot of fun. It doesn't have to be really long. We don't have to take a lot of your time. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to do. Also, guys, please support Vinyl Junkies if you can. It's patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. And Sam and the gang over there is doing amazing things. The store has been totally rehashed. If you buy records on there, they come so well packed. It's amazing. They're definitely the best packaging I've seen of any records I've bought online. I really appreciate the way they're doing things there. That's about it, guys. Not much else. Oh, the watch giveaway. I'm still doing that, guys. I'm going to give it away on episode 50, so we've got a couple more weeks here. But go to Apple iTunes or Apple Podcasts or whatever, or wherever you listen to this, and write a review, preferably a good review, of the Dad Snark podcast, and then either send me a screen capture or send me a link to your review, and I'll put you in the running to win a free smartwatch. And it's a good smartwatch. It works with Apple or it works with Android, and it's great. Like I said, you're not going to be taking phone calls on it, but you don't want to look like a fuckhead anyway, so why would you want to take a phone call on your watch? So nobody's Dick Tracy, guys. All right? Only Warren Beatty. But it still works in a lot of other respects. It does have a heart rate monitor on it. It's good for activity tracking and stuff like that. You can swim with it. It's water resistant. And it does give you notifications as well for your favorite apps, Twitter, WhatsApp, messaging, whatever, Facebook. You'll get notifications on your watch if you choose to. So let me know. Go out there, write a review, send me the link or send me a screen capture. We'll get you in the running to win that watch. I think it's 50 or $60, maybe 70, but it's a great watch. I mean, I wore it for a while. I just don't need it. Okay? I wrote a great review on it. I can put up a link to the review. Maybe I'll do that so you can check that out and see what you think. But that's it, guys. Not much else to say. I appreciate you listening. Keep listening. Tell other people about it. Oh, we have a Facebook page now. Woo! Yes, Keith Beard had a great idea. Keith Beard suggested that I do a Facebook page for the Dad Snark podcast, and he is absolutely right. So I went out and signed that over and did that immediately. So there will be a link here also for the Dad Snark podcast Facebook page. So go check that out. Like it, join it, whatever. Make some comments on there. You can get a hold of me on there as well. You can get a hold of me at dadsnark@gmail.com. You can tweet us at the Dad Snark. There's so many ways to get a hold of me. So just reach out. Please go rate and review us. All those good things. I appreciate you guys. Keep it up. I'm going to keep it up. I will talk to you next week. But until then, get off my lawn.